CRA is comes with a special funding provision, and that is that 95% of the difference between ad valorem taxes generated within the boundaries of that particular CRA in a given year and the amount of ad valorem taxes that would have been produced within those boundaries in the year prior to establishing a tax increment district are captured and used within that district for improvements. And so here's a diagram. It's kind of like what's generated in Vegas, stays in Vegas, kind of concept. So this diagram shows there have been some neighborhoods that have totally changed. For example, Aragon Court, that was a CRA project. It used to be an affordable housing complex, and now you see that I certainly could never afford to live there. But
good evening. My name is Sherry Morris. I'm the Planning Services Administrator for the City of Pensacola. I have been with the city for almost 20 years. You're going to hear from my counterpart, Bill Weeks, the building official, after this presentation. We actually started on the exact same day, almost 20 years ago, so we've been in this a long time.
She was 12 when she started.
The more, I guess, familiar term is planning and zoning. We deal with land use issues, what can go on a piece of property, where it can go on the property, and in some districts, how it can go. We deal with 4 city council appointed review boards. The Planning Board, the Architectural Review Board, the Zoning Board of Adjustment, and the Gateway Review Board. Downtown area currently.
And it may seem like that, well, why is the focus so much on downtown? But, you know, a lot of people aren't interested in being in a special review district. Not everyone wants for a board to tell them what color to paint their house. So, you know, it's the historic districts and the special overlay districts play a special role, but it wouldn't ever incorporate your whole city necessarily.
And that's the Architectural Review Board, when Brandy said how many items they have on their agenda next week, it can be something as minor as somebody changing their windows, or it can be a major development, or it can be a fence. So I mean, they see from the minutia all the way up to the major developments that are going on. And that board is kind of a quasi-judicial function. They don't recommend to council. They make the decision there. So typically the majority of what goes through to council is the planning board, because they're assisting council with more legislative decisions.
8 licensed inspectors. We've got 19 licenses between us, meaning I can inspect anything. Robbie can inspect anything. Some of my building inspectors can do mechanical inspections, so that way we're really covered, and that way we can do it with such a small department. The last number on there is 340 years of construction experience. We have no young people coming into the field. It's all guys that have been out in the field for quite a while. They're tired of the weather. They want to take their tool bag off and they want to come inside. That's great, but it does nothing for us down the road. So the mayor has started an initiative with UWF, and we're going to start having interns from their construction management program come work with us during a semester, just so they can get some experience, and hopefully we can bring some younger folks into the field. We hope that'll start here real soon. We're on the 5th floor. We're right beside planning and zoning. 7:30 to 4:30 are our hours, and this is what we do. All right, if you come in to get a permit, if we don't have plans needed for it, we can issue the permit right away. That's typically your electrical permits, your plumbing permits, your mechanical permits, anything like that. If it's construction, you have plans, we check it in, it goes through plan review and also the land development code for compliance.
Port of Pensacola is a department of the city of Pensacola. We're what's known as a non-operating or a landlord port, which means we own and maintain all of the facilities, but all of the business operations that occur on the port are done by private sector businesses. So there are no port employees that load and unload the ships or load cargo into or out of the warehouses or load or empty rail cars or trucks. All of that's done by private sector business. Of course, smuggling of any kind into or out of the country is illegal. Whether that's any kind of an illegal good, including drugs, smuggling people illegally into the country, of course, is illegal. And then also, in the wake of 9/11, we have general heightened security at all public transportation facilities, including ports, airports, bus terminals, railroad terminals, and so this is just a part of that.
Cargo and only take cruise ships in there, okay? Because it's not deep enough. It's not deep enough. I guess they have a tunnel
in there.
Yeah, that goes
area,
across
yeah,
the bay.
yeah.
So anyway, they built this brand new, beautiful container port called Mariel, and they're trying to grow it. So you know, we have some issues to overcome from our government about trade, and they still have financing issues. Overall, the big issue that we observe with Cuba is they can't pay for anything. They really don't have a lot of capital.